Leslie Lewis, the name is synonymous for an entire generation with some fabulous music that we have heard. I mean, I think, at least for me, it's always the Colonial Cousins and the transparent clip song, Tisra Koi Nahi. And oh my God, seeing you and Hariharan sir together on screen. Uh, I know you must have been asked this question many times, but what's the name? What's the story behind the name Colonial Cousins?
Okay. So we'll dwell on Colonel Cousins a little bit because this whole focus was
I
making.
know, I know. We
I
are
know,
going to talk
but
about
I will
the
tell you about
new
the
song.
no,
Yes.
I'll tell you. But like sometimes people just go because
No, no, no,
Colonel
no,
Cousins is
no.
so
Don't run.
strong. Like even Colonel Cousins is me only, but they'll start talking about Colonel Cousins. I'm
No, no,
saying
no, no. I just want to
I
start
don't. No, no,
this
no. I got you.
conversation from there because I want people from that era also to,
Right.
connect
So
with
Colonial
this.
Cousins was because we hadn't found a name, and I was the smart guy from advertising. So I thought I'll come
Yeah.
up with something interesting. And then Hari went to London and he met his Parsi friend who took him to the club to have high tea. And he said, Hari, what my British friends and I call each other, the Parsi friend and the British.
Ah, Colonial
He said,
Cousins.
colonial cousins. And he said,
Oh,
so Hari came back and said, Ye naam sun, what do you think, colonial? I was so jealous. I said, wow, how did you get such a good name? And
wow.
just it's a brotherly banter that we have. But he came up with the perfect name.
That's lovely. So let's come back to today. Um,
And
tell
that's
me
what
some.
changed. That's the same guy. It's the same guy who's doing the same music from then to now. It's just the same. The soundscape might have changed,
Yeah,
the vibe might have changed, but the essence of the melody is still there.
yeah, lovely. That's important. I think everything changes, but art and music and these things are. I think these are the tools which make us what we are, and the way we connect with changing times also.
Yes, but the word you just used, the way we connect. To connect, you need a melody. You can change the lyrics, you can change the music, but you can't change the tune. Example, if Raat Chandni, Bhigi Chandni, okay, you got that. You can do it in Tamil, you can do it in Punjabi.
True.
I can have instead of that, I can have a full Launi beat. Raat Chandni. I can change the beat,
True. True.
change the
True.
music. But if I change the tune, Raj Chandni, Bhigi Chandni,
It'll be something different.
is it, bro? What happened? I don't. Now it's not connecting.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the things that art we need to connect. You need a melody to connect, and that's why the old songs are still beautiful today because they've connected through their melodies.
Yeah.
I think from 2010 onwards, there's been such a lack of melodies in the market.
Yeah.
They have kind of nurtured melodies because I think a lot of the corporate people who are supporting this thing are not melodies themselves. Whether
Yeah.
it was Universal or whatever, they had a Vijay Lazarus, they had all these
Mhm.
guys who sit there and Atul Chudamani, whatever. They liked
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
and that's why they got into that business.
It was not just business for them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they got into that business because they liked music. Now it is everybody just wants to be the CEO of this company, of that company, and just wants to pass. But so anybody who likes to watch movies thinks he can make movies, or he can tell people how to make movies.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
just because you like some films, that doesn't mean
You
you're a
know how
filmmaker.
to,
You're,
yeah.
you're, you're the other side of the filmmaker. You're the recipient.
True.
Same with music, and I think it's come to a point where there's this such a dearth of good melodies in the new space. For sheer survival, they're going back to remixing old songs
Hmm.
because at
Hmm.
least those songs are connecting. At least
People connect with
there's a
them
melody.
immediately.
There's a
Yeah.
melody. So you're connecting. And I think what's happening with Meheki Khushboo is you're connecting. All my new stuff is all connecting. And people get it. Like I've never heard something like करूं मैं तेरे लिए थोड़ा इंतजार करके मिले मुझे प्यार जहां प्यार के पीछे पड़ के मैं डूब रहा कब तक करूं इंतजार है डूब 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 रहा डूब 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 रहा डूब 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 इंतजार मुझे डूबा रहा डूब डूब करूं मैं तेरे लिए थोड़ा इंतजार यहाँ इंतजार करके मिले मुझे प्यार जहाँ प्यार के पीछे पड़ के मैं डूब रहा there you got it
Yeah.
but it's a new song. It's got all
Yes.
the essence of the old Elvis Presley era or whatever you might want to
Yeah.
call it, but it's not that. It's drawing essence from there, but it's a new song. It's talking in Hindi,
Hmm.
The lyrics are, I mean, करो मैं तेरे लिए थोड़ा इंतजार, हाँ इंतजार करके मिले मुझे प्यार, जहाँ प्यार के पीछे पड़. You understood it in 2 seconds. I'm blabbering. So the comprehension of the lyrics is strong, and
Yeah.
that's it's a good sound. हम रहे या ना रहे कल. I got it.
Yeah.
I don't have to think.
Yeah.
यारों दोस्ती बड़ी. I got it. So the comprehension, whether it's fast or slow, I understand it and I like the vibe.
Yeah.
So that was my last song. I mean, one of my earlier songs. Do do do. But Meheki Khushboo's got the same. Meheki Khushboo. बाहों में है तू. छाया जादू. अब मैं क्या करूं. बाहों में तू है. तू है ना जाने क्यों. Maggie Khushboo. Just it's got melody, it's got attitude,
Yeah.
but it's melodious, but it's not meetha meetha. It's got this grunge around it.
Yes.
And it's in
It's.
Hindi, and I want to talk to the Hindi youth in this country. I'm saying, भाई आपको English गाना नहीं आता, English में नहीं समझ रहे, हिंदी में सुनो.
Hmm.
Get it? Because I know you like the music, I know you like the vibe, but if I sing it in English, you'll
You
disconnect.
might not connect. Yeah.
You will not connect. After the third line, you will give it up. लेकिन बीच में दो English line गा लिए चल जाएगा, because today's youth are also very cool. They, with internet, they've opened up whatever. But fundamentally, dal chawal has to be there. You can't make it pizza every day.
Hmm. Hmm.
After
True.
some time, khana chahiye. I just feel that with Mehki Khushboo and all, you're reaching to, like, if I went to, I'll guarantee you, if I did this concert in Ranchi,
Hmm.
it'll kick ass
Hmm.
with those kids. Like I've done these songs, some of these songs in Jharkhand,
Hmm.
in that festival
Wow.
in Jharkhand and in Jamshedpur,
Oh, yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Jamshedpur Carnival, and
Oh,
people have been saying, huh? Never heard the song in your life.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And I know exactly where they're going to scream, because when I did it at Bangalore, when I did the same, I'm beta testing the songs, audience is screaming at the same place. And
Hmm.
I never heard it. So all I'm saying is there is a new music, which is the old Leslie Lewis, not the 90s Leslie Lewis, the 80s and the 70s Leslie Lewis,
Yeah.
the young kid, the 17-year-old who never got a chance to be his own artist. So if you hear a song called Gana Much Pe Chhod, which is, it says it is to the song before this. This is कब से गा रहा है तू, बचा है शोर, तेरा गाना गाना मुझसे कमजोर. तू कंपोज कर और गाना मुझ पे छोड़, और तेरे मुंह पे ताला मार and shut up and play your guitar.
That's
And then in
so.
response, I'm saying, दिल से मैं जो गाऊं, जंगल में नाचे मोर, कौन रोके मुझको, किसका है जोर, कहते कंपोज कर और गाना मुझ पे छोड़, तेरे मुंह पे ताला मार and shut up and play your guitar. So,
Wow.
but that's me. I'm singing about my own life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that Leslie Lewis, when they sing, आप तू कंपोज कर और गाना मुझ पे छोड़, तू गाता नहीं अच्छा है, तू you're not a singer, you're not a singer. So the 17-year-old Leslie, which was 70s and the 80s, is saying, bro, I want to sing. And today 2025 has given me, I'm 25 years old now. I was 20 when I started this. I'm not 65, I'm 25. That is, 65 is just a number on my passport, but 25 is what I really am, and I'm out there to kick everybody's ass. And I can do it better than a lot of the kids can. Why? Because I am a kid. I'm not some uncle coming on this way. I might look like one, but when my music plays and when I sing,
Yeah.
I'm as 17-year-old as somebody else, but
True.
with a lot more experience and a lot more behind the under the hood.
That's why it makes it better.
Yes. So I've been lucky to kind of this is my fifth reinvention.
Hmm.
I was first a guitar player in the industry
True.
as a professional guitar player. Then I became a jingle composer, and I've done all the top jingles. Then I
Yeah.
became a pop music producer, and I've done all the pop songs of the 90s. Then I became a band, Colonial Cousins, and now I've become a singer performer. And people can't believe, they think, oh, but aren't you a composer? I said, but you sing? I said, I said, so if you watch this video, have you
Hmm.
seen the video of Meheki Khushboo?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a live show.
Yes.
Those people have never heard that song in their life.
It's the first time that they are listening to
They're
it. Yeah.
exposed to it for the first time, and look at the response. And
Hmm.
that is in Northeast.
Hmm.
So I'm saying the music will talk to anybody. As long as it is talking to you, then there is a connect. And I'm saying I got the connect. Just as the
Absolutely.
system today needs, we in those days, why do you know Colonial Cousins? Why do you know Lucky Ali? Because of MTV and Channel V. If
Yes.
those two channels were not there, that industry wouldn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in today's time, there is nobody to. So you have to just do it. Today there are 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh songs
Hmm.
uploaded every day.
Every day. Yeah. Yeah.
How are you going to figure out which is the good song in that lot
Huh.
that you
Huh.
like? No chance. So
Yeah.
there is no TV channel promoting it. So
Hmm.
at the end of the day, you are putting out your post, you're doing this. My only hope is like midday. My only hope is like the people I might interview with to say, can you spread this? I'm not saying to make it a hit. I'm saying, can you raise the awareness that there is a new song out by me that maybe somebody will
People
go
will
and click on
connect
it.
with.
And if
Yeah.
they like it, they'll listen. If they don't like it, they'll shut it. That's their call. But for them to even know that you're out with something, and the thing is, because I've been like in COVID, I came out with one song every month. It just became overkill for everyone. How much are you going to, how much will midday re-promote me every month? Leslie Lewis, Leslie Lewis. You can't. So I slowed it down. But it's still one song every 2 months, 2 to 2.5 months. But I've got like 70, 80 songs to do still. Curated and fantastic songs, beautiful songs. Bringing the old era of Noorja back to the young generation today. Why did your grandparents like Noorja? Because she had something about her which captured the mass, which your grandparents were young kids at that time, like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If something about her could capture the young kids in those days, you still like dal chawal, no, like your grandparents. So somewhere you're
Of
going to like the
course.
same thing. So how
Yeah.
do I rewrite a new song that brings the ethos of that time, the essence
True.
of that? But for that, you have to be a strong composer to be able to understand and create it.
Hmm.
Why? Because I like it, not because I'm trying to bring something to you. I'm saying I love Nurjan. I thought like there was a vibe about it. Why don't I just write a new song that feels like Nurjan? It's not Nurjan at all. But
Yeah.
if I bring it to you, you're going to say, man, what a cool song. Why? Because it feels resonant of the past.
Connect with
The
it
younger kids,
immediately.
they've never heard anything like this. But it's got the essence of good music with the connect in it. So there is a big journey in the next couple of years. There's so many songs I'm going to put. It's not funny. It's just not funny. It's like, Leslie, how are you going to? You're looking at 5 to 10 lakhs per video, 80 songs,
Yeah.
80 videos, calculate.
Very bad at maths,
You're
but
in,
I
yeah,
understood.
you're in crores, 8 crores, 9 crores, and then
Yeah. Yeah. Crores
you
of.
have to record the audio also. So that's
Yeah.
another 5 lakhs
That's
per
another.
audio. That's
Yeah.
a 40, another 45, 50. So another 4 crores. So you're talking about a 15, 18 crore project
Hmm. Hmm.
just for the love of it. I love you. Listen to my song. Here's my 18 crores. So it's
Right.
going to happen in its own way. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but till it happens, I'm just doing it all by myself. So the song is composed by me,
Hmm.
written by me, it's sung by me, it's recorded by me, it's released by me, and then it's performed by me. So it's so me because that's the only way I can get myself to the youth to say, look, this is me.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the White album, which was 2 years ago, it's probably one of the most beautiful romantic albums you're going to find in today's time.
Hmm.
Not
Hmm.
better or worse, just there's nothing like that type of music,
It's
which
unique.
from
Yeah.
the essence of romance, what we call romance and romantic.
Hmm.
And there are 6 songs, and they're so beautiful, but they're also different from each other, but they're all romantic. Today,
Hmm.
every romantic song sounds the same. You go to YouTube, you go to Spotify, and every song in a romantic playlist just sounds like more or less the same beat, the same vibe, the same. I'm saying I'm giving 6 completely different songs. And
Hmm.
on radio, I got an A-check certificate. Think
Hmm.
from week so and so to so and so, across all radio stations in India, your song Tere Bina Love enters at #1. Hello.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a certificate. So I'm just saying somewhere the music is talking.
Yeah.
So if I just give it enough traction with like people like you, promote, slowly somebody will hear it, they will word of mouth will go to somebody else, and slowly there will be this thing because the content is all solid.
Of course.
It's not a marketing gimmick. The
Yeah.
marketing is required 100% in today's time, but there's no gimmick about it.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's
Marketing
move
might have
on.
some gimmick, but the content is got no big gimmick. It is as awesome and as real as it was in the 60s or the 50s.
So, you have almost spoken about your journey, what you think, your perception. If you meet the 17-year-old Leslie today, what will you tell him?
Kick ass. Go
Ah,
on the stage and give it to them, where it hurts most. It's
wow.
yeah, because this generation is so quiet and they're so like, I'm saying, bro, no, you can't say these words and that, go for it. You have to be aggressive, but not, you don't like Meheki Khushboo. It's a sexy song. Meheki Khushboo, बाहों में है तू, छाया जादू अब मैं क्या करूं, बाहों में तू है, ना जाने क्यों, अकेला हूं मैं और अकेली है तू, जल रहा है ये बदन अब मैं क्या करूं, दिल की धड़कन भीगा ये बदन, नशे में तू, नशे में, अब मैं क्या करूं. So it's got that sex and all around it, but it's not vulgar.
Yeah.
So but it's pushing that edge to say if you are in a club, you're sitting there watching the band, you're standing at the bar, and you're alone and you're watching the band, and then suddenly you look around, there's somebody else standing at the other side of the bar, and kind of also watching the band, some girl, and then you say, hey, nice guitarist here. Thoda, both are liking the same thing. Then there's a connect. You start
Yeah.
talking, get another drink. So suddenly you don't both have left, and then whose room whose house you don't, and it's wacky, and वो खुशबू जो है is gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's still lingering because it wasn't a planned gig.
True.
It's not an affair. It's not something that you have decided to do.
Yeah.
You just out of a flash without knowing what happened,
Moment. Yeah.
and it's explosive and
Hmm.
it's over.
True.
You don't it's explosive and it's over, but it's that full power, full passion, and you don't know who this person. Like you just met that person out of the blue and you just connected and exploded.
Yeah.
It happens to so many. It happens in the army, in the armed force. It happens in corporate worlds. It happens in entertainment. It's happening everywhere. They're not talking about it.
Everywhere you meet
But they don't.
people.
But let's not. Because let's like. I'm saying okay. I'm not talking about it, but I'm just revealing the facts that this is
Talk
what
about
can
the
happen,
feeling.
and
Yeah.
you probably relate to it because it might have happened to you sometime if you were lucky.
That we'll talk off the record. It seems you are a very romantic person. How do you define love?
How do I define love? I think for me, love is music. Music is like love, the air I breathe. Because without that, it's like a disease, really. It's just on. I've had to stop myself composing. I have to stop myself. No, Leslie, you will not compose. So I have not composed like out of choice for some time now. Saying
Okay.
I've got too many songs out there which need to go out. What's the point of composing more and who are you going to play it for? I need, because when I compose something, I need it to go out to you. I don't want you to necessarily like it, but I need that passage of that song to travel to
To
somebody.
travel. You need to give time to that song to reach to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at some point, I'm saying already there are 70, 80 songs. So if I put more songs, I mean, these are all curated 70, 80 songs.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
fantastic. They're beautiful songs. And they're all types. And they're funky, sexy, romantic, old school Indian, modern Indian, classical zone, really Latino, whatever. It's
Wow.
that's all me. It's all me. And they're great songs. It'll come, it'll happen. So now in the next couple of years, like by putting these songs out, slowly there is a platform on YouTube or on Spotify or something where it's being put on the shelf.
Hmm.
So maybe 3 years down the line, Pariu Mai was released in January 1991,
Okay.
and then
Oh.
nobody responded to the song.
Because I remember listening to Pariu Mein maybe after 95, 96, 97 types,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 91 January, it was released.
What?
Nobody, when we released, we all, Arey, no, there's no response. People, we saying, man, such a great song, super song, wow.
Yeah.
But nobody is responding. And in 1993, people are telling, hey, have you heard this song? Heard Pariu Mein? Yeah, damn,
And
what?
then the video came, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm saying, look at the journey of the song just sitting
Uh,
there. Look at Colonial Cousins. 1994, we were ready with the album. Till 96, they didn't release. So we are just sitting.
oh.
So in the same way, if you're seeing this particular song or these songs like The White
Hmm.
Album, Tere
Hmm.
Bina Love enters at number one, how? But
Yeah.
it's sitting there. It's still not the number one song of the country,
True. True.
but it's number one on radio.
Yeah.
For that, I have a certificate. Paas Aona enters it is at number three. Jannat Ki Raat is number 11. I'm saying, how? So all I'm saying is
Every song is, charting its own
But today we
destiny.
don't have that MTV channel to take it to the mass.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, if you talk about it, or somebody else that I talk to talks about it, and then it goes out to people further, and then more people start listening, and then suddenly one day it picks up like a wave. Then everybody goes back, hey man, I love this song, Meheki Khushboo. And then what else is there? Leslie, then they go and see, man, there's all these 6 songs of the White Album, the last 5 songs before, 4 songs before, this song, all this stuff is that we never heard it before. Just because it's not taken to the audience, because there is no Channel V MTV, and I have not signed to any record label, nothing. So I'm absolutely as independent as,
Independent.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then I own all the copyright, I own everything.
Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
created it all, I own it all. So it's very easy tomorrow that if you want to make a movie and you want to put a song in the film and you say, hey, Mehki Khushboo is a cool song, it just works with my scene.
Scene. Yeah.
Take it. They don't have to talk to any massive record labels. They just talk to me and it's done. I mean, in the sense that there is only one
I
point.
know. I know. One point of contact. Yeah.
Like today, if you want a Janam Samja Karo or if you want a Krishna, I can't give you the rights. You have
Yeah.
to talk to Sony Music because they own the publishing and here I own everything.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
So once the songs are there tomorrow, in a couple of years, there's some great songs. What
Hmm.
stops anyone from taking it and putting it in an OTT or putting it in a film
True.
or use or remixing it or whatever it might be?
Hmm. Hmm. True.
But creating the content and it being all on my platform is really creating your own company, if you know what I'm saying.
I know. I know. I
But
understand.
it's a lot of hard work and a lot of you need jigger to you need little you have to be a little crazy. Just yeah, because there's no business sense in this.
It's all passion. Nothing else.
It's passion and survival because you want to get to where you want to get. And the system now says, okay, now he's a senior guy.
Hmm.
Still in the 90s, I said, bro, forget 90s. I'm 25. Can you deliver anything younger than I am delivering? No. We are all on the same platform. I'm not saying I'm better than you or you're better. We are on the same platform. So don't tell me I'm some old school guy. Why is it that people who are in the biggest businesses are all these old uncles who've been doing it for years? Why is it that they can run the company,
True.
but I can't run my company? I have to be young. Only the young people understand what's. I said, then how is it that you understand what the young people want? Because you're the old guy running the
You're
company.
open and saying that. Yeah, that's true. True. So, we all connect with the music that you have created. What kind of music, or maybe, some song or songs, I may ask, enlighten you, or let's say, कोई गाना चलता रहता है मन में कभी ऐसा, something that is
I
very
have
close to
I have the hits of Leslie Lewis going on in my head. I'm a fan of Leslie Lewis. See, you don't understand. You see me as the 90s Leslie Lewis, right? Correct?
yeah.
Most people do. Fine. I also know I am the 90s Leslie Lewis. I am a fan of this new Leslie Lewis
New
artist.
Leslie Lewis too.
See, he's an artist called Leslie Lewis, singer performer, who's got songs composed for him by that guy who used to compose in the 90s.
90s.
So he has hired that guy to compose for him.
Hmm.
And strangely, he's asked him to write lyrics also for him. The artist is a new artist, but so I'm a fan of Leslie Lewis. If you hear my song, I don't see why you can't be a fan of my music because I
No,
am.
I
Not
understand
because
what
I
you're saying.
created it, not because I'm just saying the songs are damn good. They're
Hmm.
better than a lot of songs I hear, and I love them. I went to years ago. I went to Shankar's 50th birthday.
Hmm.
It was in Karjat.
Hmm.
And I came back driving to Bombay and I sang 35 Leslie Lewis songs, like just driving.
Wow.
Back then, I'm just saying because, and I had to stop because there were so many more I couldn't finish because I reached home.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I'm singing them. Why? Because I love it. And I don't care if you love it, but I love it. So that's why I want to do it.
True. True.
In the thing of, because there's no record label, there's no, okay, try and get it out as much as possible and get more people to respond to it. That's it.
So, it's all about creating music, loving your own music, reaching to people on your own completely. Everything you're doing is absolutely independent. What is that one thing that you find is very difficult to do when you are in your Leslie Lewis universe creating music? Uh,
To market it beyond a point. I'm not a marketing guy. I mean, I can have the ideas. I come from advertising. I've done practically, I worked with the biggest minds in advertising. So I've
yeah.
from the last 40 years. So I know what advertising is. I understand that. But you need X amount of budgets for X, Y, Z. And in today's time,
True.
marketing budgets are huge.
Huge.
So you have to be a proper company which has that kind of investment to make that kind of, okay, I can do that for one song. I've got a song coming out every 2 months. How do I keep rolling it again and again? So I have to be, so the most difficult part is really how to get it. That's why I'm doing the interview with you,
Yeah.
hoping that you will help me take it beyond my reach.
Of course.
I have an X amount of reach. Beyond that, it's not there because I have not even
Yeah.
created a circle for myself that I should have a. I'm not networked and what everybody does. I'm just saying I'm just my music that is networking you. But I'm not sitting here. Can you, okay, man? And I'm in this group and put this here and there. And I don't have the space for it because I'm on the next gig. I'm doing the next performance. I'm traveling, and I've just started the show called Leslie Lewis, The 90s Experience.
Wow.
And it's a super gig from Krishna, Sani Rapa, Yaro Dosti Pal, Janam Samjha Karo, Sky Zala. All the hits are there. And then some of the, Sufi stuff that I love from the 80s and the
From the
90s.
80s and 90s. Yeah.
That you're going to get on your feet right away. And
Sure.
and I'll throw in a couple of new songs, maybe Meheki Khushboo, maybe something 3, 4, just to give that little gloss of it's brand new. But all the old songs will not be played like that. I'll rearrange them to a newer thing. So
Of course.
the way I do Sani Dhapa is not like the original one. I do my own version. And so at the end of the day, you got the 90s experience and you have to experience me. Then you have an experience that night saying, I had such a great time. Because don't come here to listen to Leslie Lewis, the singer. Come here to be entertained.
True. True.
And come here to be entertained by me, my way. Like you come to my house, I will decide what you're eating. I will decide where you'll sit. But I'll set it up for you in such a way that you're going to go home saying, "Man, what a great night we had."
Yeah. Lovely.
Leslie Lewis, the 90s experience. That's the new show.
That's the new show. Wow. I mean, I'm so much looking forward to attending one of them as soon as possible.
Yeah,
I
now
would love
it's
to.
it's all set up now to go to take off. So now,
Yeah, you've traveled. You'll be traveling with your
yeah,
show, I
yes.
believe.
No, I've been anyway doing a lot of corporate gigs all over the world
Hmm.
and everywhere. And you can see the response. The people are just going crazy.
Yeah, I'm
And I'm
sure.
saying seriously crazy. And and all shot on the phone. There's no like professional editing for editing. It's just like, just look at the audience. They're all going nuts. Why?
Wow.
Because I'm driving you there. I'm taking you there. Because I'm entertained. I'm the performer. I'm the singer. I'm not here to come here for you to listen to my voice. You like my voice? Great. But I want you to feel great and say I had such a good time.
Yeah, it's a
And
complete package.
and bring the 90s back to your life at some point in like a great way where you feel connected again.
Wow. It was really lovely talking to you. Thank you very much for bringing the 90s back to us. So it was lovely talking to a 25-year-old Leslie Lewis. It was lovely and all the best and looking
Thank
forward
you.
to all your songs.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરો ગુજરાતી મિડ ડે બેલ આઇકોન પર ક્લિક કરીને મેળવો તમામ વિડીયોના ડાયરેક્ટ નોટિફિકેશન.